The definition of an Irishman.
I see, you're using like Americans use Paula.
Two Irishmen sitting on the floor,
and
one of them fell off. So that's the sort of people they are.
It's funny, we said that about the English.
Are we? Can't tell you that. Are we lying?
Yeah, we are.
Are we really?
Oh.
Welcome all.
I'm pausing.
Huh?
I'm pausing.
Oh, yeah? Okay, here we go.
That language came before.
Daf Yomi Gimel Amud Aleph. We're about 10 lines from the top. Amar Rava. Amar Rava. Badak lan Rav Yosef. So Rava says Rav Yosef wanted to test us out. Rav Yosef was the Rebbe, and he said he wanted to ask us a couple questions to see if we knew what we were talking about. Badak lan Rav Yosef. Hi kahana, these kahanim, dechatif matnasa. When you grab a mitzvah, or they grab the matnas kahuna, is that a good thing you're doing? Yeah? Chavuve kamechav mitzvah, you're showing that you're really excited and you're being mechav a mitzvah. Or is it really showing a level of zilzul that you'll grab something that wasn't given to you? That's the question. Pashat nalei, says Rava, and we pass him from Rashi says that Rava was a kohen, and that's why you know this. So Pashat nalei, v'nasan, the pasuk says, v'nasan l'kohen azor l'chaim v'keva, v'lo she'ito me'atzmai. So you see that it is inappropriate to grab, and it's better that you should wait that it gets handed to you.
We don't really see that. We've got a passage which says v'nasan.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean inappropriate. There's a mitzvah to give it, so you should give it.
If it was appropriate to grab it just the same, you could say v'lakach l'kohen.
No, but we don't know you don't give a reason to the pasuk. The pasuk says v'nasan, so you've got a mitzvah to give.
So he's darshan.
Now, if it wouldn't be a mitzvah to give, maybe it's a mitzvah to chap. You can't bring a raya that it's not a mitzvah to chap. We say you can't prove from here because it's a special mitzvah of v'nasan.
You're asking?
No, I'm just saying you can't prove from this. The Gemara's answer that in this particular case, we've got a thing of v'nasan.
Right.
We've got a mitzvah to give it.
Right.
And therefore
he darshans v'lo she'ito me'atzmai.
Correct. So in this, but you can't bring a raya that generally.
Oh, to all of the mitzvahs.
Yeah.
Oh, of course not. Correct.
So what's the answer at the end of it?
Correct. Well, he asked him specifically here about Matnas Kuna.
Yes, but
So by Matnas Kuna, he was answering.
He was
asking by Matnas Kuna.
Correct. So he was asking, but what about generally? He was asking in a general way. Is it a good thing to chap? Or is it a zilfur when you chap?
Right.
And you go to the Tish to chap Shirai.
No, he asked him about Kohanim.
Correct. So he wants to know the halacha by Kohen.
Right. So that he answered it. Now you're saying in general by all of the mitzvahs.
He's using a general principle, and he's saying no, you can't use a general principle because you've got a puzzle.
You mean you can't apply it to it?
You can't apply it to all of the mitzvahs.
Yeah.
Here specifically,
so we still got an open question whether generally mitzvah says good to have or whether it's a zilzah.
Yeah. Right. We have a general question. It's not the question Rava asked.
Yeah.
It's not the question we just asked Rava.
We started off with a general question.
No.
We tried to
No, we didn't ask a general question. No, we didn't ask a general question. Rav Yosef asked a very specific question. By Matnas Kuna. And we answered by Matnas Kuna.
And we say he's
we could say we still don't know by other mitzvahs, but that's not what the Gemara is discussing. Right. That's not the Gemara. Okay, fine. Amar Abaye. So Abaye went through a very interesting process over here. Amar Abaye. Nereish originally had the chatifna matnasa. I used to grab the matnas kuna. Abaye was also a kohen. He says I used to grab the matnas kuna. Amina, I thought to myself, I should point out something else also over here. Some Sofer points out something very interesting. Because if you look at Rashi says, "Dechatif matnasa mitinoikos shenoisim oisam lekohanim," from the children that are bringing them to the kohanim. So some Sofer points out that Rashi over here is very meduic and very specific. Because if you could ask yourself the following thing: where are these kohanim grabbing from? They can't grab it from the bailim. You can't grab these matnas kuna from the bailim because you're being gozel their tovas hana. right? They're teva sana. You can't grab it from a shaliach who's an adult, because as soon as he did the lifting, as soon as he lifted up Zerah L'chaim and Keva, he was already zoicha for it to the specific Kohen that he's going to bring it to. So that's why it says Rashi that it must be that they were taking it from Ketanim. And since giving it to Ketanim is Aveda Midas, so that's considered Memela, that it's more of like everything. That's what some Sefer points out.
That's assuming that Tevis and Noah has got mandatory value.
It has.
No, we had before the Gemara, we had a whole.
It could be Gozel Tevis and Noah. That's what some Sefer says.
Tevis and Noah has not got.
Okay. Amar Abai. Mirei Shabbat Chatifna Matnasa. Originally, I used to grab these matanas. Amina, I thought to myself exactly this suffix. Chavuve kamechavivna mitzvah. I thought I'm showing a chibuv mitzvah, and that's why I'm grabbing it. Kevan deshamana laha v'nasan v'lo sheito me'atzmo. As soon as I heard this drasha of v'nasan v'lo sheito me'atzmo, michtaf lo chatifna. I didn't grab it anymore, but Meimar Amri, I used to say to myself, I used to tell people, havali, give it to me, because that's also another way of showing the chavivos. Give me the manas kuna, give me the manas kuna. I'm showing that it's very chaviv on me. Kevan deshamana laha detanya veyitu acharei habatza. The Bnei Shmuel, the pasuk says of Bnei Shmuel veyitu acharei habatza. They used to ask. Well, we'll see in a second. Seemingly here the pasuk is taking them to task for
negative. It's negative.
Very negative, for wanting money, for thirsting for money, for grabbing money. And Rameir learned that to mean not that they actually stole money from somebody. Rameir Omer Bnei Shmuel chelkam shalu b'fiyem. Yeah.
It says shoftim have to be sonei batza.
Yeah. The what?
A shofet has to be sonei betza.
Yeah. Over here, chelkam shalu b'fiyem. The chelek that came to them, they used to ask for in their mouth, and you see that the pasuk refers to it in a negative light. So Meimar Nami La Amina. I didn't even say v'yavu li shakilna. So I used to stop asking for it because I saw that the pasuk refers to it as a negative thing. Yeah, v'yatu acharei habatza. That's a negative thing. So I didn't ask for it anymore. But if it was given to me, I would take it. This is what Abai says. Kevan deshamana laha. Then one more process. As soon as I heard the following brisa, the Tanya, hatznuim moshchim es yadeim v'gargaranim cholkim. Yeah, that the tznuim used to stop taking from the lechem upon him after Shimon Tzaddik died. The lechem upon him stopped being mazbiyah, stopped filling up the kohanim they used to eat from it, and so there used to be a very big fight over it. Who gets to have it? Who gets to want it? And there became a lack in the lechem upon him. So the tznuim, the kohanim tznuim, used to say, "We're not going to fight over it. We'll just let it be." And the gargaranim, they used to grab it. So mishkal nami loy shakilna. I stopped taking it also, meaning Abai is pointing out that as soon as I felt that there wasn't enough Zoran L'chaim and Keva or Matnas Kuna to go around for everybody, and there was a shortage or other people really needed it, then I said to myself, you know what, I don't need it, I'm fine. And I used to pull away and not take it anymore.
Low carbs diet.
That's right. High protein diet. That's it.
What does it have to do with the amount that's available?
With Abbas Pia, everyone used to want more because
the Lechem or the Matanas? Huh? Abai? Because he says that the Mefarshim said that Tznuim only Moshe Chideim, it was an Indian to be Tzanua when there wasn't enough. But when there was enough, then it's back to the Chibuv Mitzvah that you'll have again to be happy to receive it.
If the other people are Aniyim, and he's not.
So then you pull away from it. Right. Levar Mimala Yom Kippur, except for Erev Yom Kippur. Erev Yom Kippur, I used to take the matanas. The Mefarshim said he used to even ask for it pepeh. So that I can keep my chazaka that I'm a kayan. Once a year, I can show that I'm a kayan. So the Gemara asks a very simple question. You don't need the madnas kuna to prove that you're a kayan. The lifros yadeh. Why doesn't he just do nesias kapayim? So the Gemara says a fascinating answer. Anse le idne. There's a machlokas rishonim what this means exactly, but Rashi says Anse le idne. He used to have a kavua time to learn with the talmidim, and that time was exactly during nesias kapayim. And so he couldn't stop his kvius. He couldn't stop his kvius of learning with his talmidim to be noisy kapayim.
He didn't go to shul. They made a menu in the basement.
And he stayed to learn.
If he didn't go to shul, it wasn't him popular.
So Mamela, he had to prove another way that he's a kayan. So he did it by asking for the matnas kuna. Other two was that he wasn't feeling well. He was sick. He had stomach problems, so he couldn't say the three psukim that the Kohanim say, and that's why he couldn't tuchen. But in any case, fine. Amar of Yosef. Hi Kahana. The Islay Turba Mirabanim Bishavivuse, Udchika le Milsa, Liski le Matnasa. The Afalgav, the Lasi Leade. Yeah? Bimakira Kuna Vilivia. Says Rav Yosef a fascinating din. A Kayan who has by him a Talmid Chacham who is poor, a poor Talmid Chacham, and he wants to be Mezaket him the Matnas Kahuna.
A non-Kohen.
A non-Kayan, I want to give him the Matnas Kahuna. So I can be Mezaket him the Matnas Kahuna even before it comes to me. Before it arrives by me, I can still be Mezakim to Matnas Kahuna. That's an amazing thing. And the Gemara qualifies that, Rav Yosef qualifies that. That's only talking about Makira Kahuna, meaning this is a Kayan that everyone knows we always give our Zohar L'chaim and Keva to this Kayan. So this Kayan can forego that Zohar L'chaim and Keva and say, I don't want it, I want you to go be Mezaket or straight away to this, I'm being Mezaket straight away to this Talmid Chacham. Okay? That's what Rav Yosef says. Now, a fascinating story. That's Rav Yosef's din. Comes along Rav of Safra, Iklu lebei Mar Yuchna Bereder of Chana Bar Ada.
Someone gives it to the Kohen.
What?
That Kohen's not going to end up eating it. He's going to give it away.
It's not. He's not going to give it to the Kohen. The guy's going to call up the Kohen and say, "I've got Matnas Kuna for him." And the Kohen's going to say, "Great. Here's an address. I want you to go bring it over to this Talmid Chacham. Go hand it to him."
Well, once he's one of the Makiri Kuna, it means that all the other claiming,
Everyone else pulls away from it.
Miyash will never getting anything, so it's all his.
Most
Same idea as a Kohanim doing that to be Mizam.
give it to him. Exactly. The Tosfos Harash points out something very interesting here also. He asks, well, what was so boer? Why can't the Kohen just get it and then give it? What is this whole business that he couldn't wait a second until he receives it and then gives it? And the answer is very fascinating, is that even though, as soon as people know that it has to come to the Kohen, even though he's a Makira Kahuna, it's not 100% his. It's 90% his or 95% his. But as soon as people know this din, that it could be given over straight away and I don't have to be zocha in it, so then right away the other Kohanim pull away from it and they don't mess with this Makira Kahuna. So it's a way to strengthen these Makira Kahuna that they have a right to hand over these Matnas Kahuna. In any case, Rava and Rav Safra come to the house of Mar Yuchna Bereder of Chana Bar Ada. Ramilei lebei Mar Yuchna Bereder of Chana Bar Bizna. Avidlu Egla Tilsa. So there's a very big kavod that Rava and Rav Safra came to his house. So he makes him a very, very good piece of meat. The third egel from the mother. That's when the mother is at her prime after the first two children. If any of you are firstborns or seconds, so don't take this personally. But the first two aren't the best. From the third one is the strongest. But well,
There you go. There you go.
Case in point.
I'm going to slice
Or kasha, depending on who you ask.
No, it could be a good steak.
You are the most delicious.
You're the softest piece of meat. You're the softest piece of meat. Yeah. So anyway, so they bring this very fancy piece of meat. So Amar Le Rava, who again, according to Rashi was a Kayan, but there's a Machlekes Rishon, according to Rashi was a Kayan, Rava tells the Shamish of this Bar Yuchna, who was also a Kayan, he tells the Shamish, this Shamish Kayan, he tells him, Amar Le Rava L'Shamei, Zachi Le Matnasa. I want you to be Mezakeh to me the Matanos, the Be'ina Lemecha Lishna Bechardala. Because I want to eat a good tongue in mustard. A good mustard dipped tongue. I want a good fancy piece of meat. So he tells the Shamish, be mezakeh me these matnas kahuna. Zachilei. So the Shamish is mezakeh to Rava. Rava achal, so Rava eats it. For Rav Safra lo achal. Now we'll point out that Shamish was mezakeh to him even before the Shamish got it, received it directly. Meaning Rava was relying on this psak of Rav Yosef. Yeah, this psak of Rav Yosef that you could be mezakeh to a Talmid Chacham even if it didn't come straight to your hands.
Rava says, I'm the Talmid Chacham, hand it over.
Rava says, I'm the Talmid Chacham, hand it over. Exactly, I want this good piece of steak. And Rav Safra says, thanks but no thanks. I'm gonna lay off. Okay? So, Ikayua le Rav Safra bechalma. So Rav Safra now has a dream, and in the dream, a pasuk is read over to him or shown to him. Ma'ade beged b'yom kara, like a torn piece of clothing on a cold day. Chaymetz on neter, or even worse, like vinegar on this pottery or dirt that the vinegar mamish ruins it. Similar to that, or worse than that, is somebody that's shar b'shirim, that says divrei Torah alev ra to somebody who's a bad Talmud, who's a Talmud that does not deservant of that. Meaning something very bad just went down over here. So he got very shooken up, Rav Safra. Asa l'kamei Rav Yosef. So Rav Safra runs quickly the next morning to Rav Yosef's house, and he says to him, listen, I had this very bad dream, and it could be because you said something, and I ignored you. You said that a Talmid Chacham could be, that a Kohen could be mizakeh straight to the Talmid Chacham without receiving it, and I didn't rely on that, because I didn't eat when we went over to this house. So Amalei, Dilma Mishum de Avri Ashmaisa Demara Karyan Hachi. So maybe Min Shamayim, they're showing me that I did something wrong. I heard Divrei Torah, and I'm a Levra, and I didn't act accordingly. I ignored this psak halach of yours. I'm nervous. So Amalei, no. Rav Yosef tells Rav Safra, don't worry, you relax. Ki Amri Ana Be'acher. When I said that you could be mezakeh over, that's when this person's not forced to do it. Yeah, over here, when Rava told the Shamish, hey, be mezakeh me these matnas kahuna, so you didn't leave him any choice. He cornered him. He forced him to do it. I didn't say that you could do that. I left the right to the Kayan, not that the Talmid Chacham should demand it. As soon as the Gadol Ador is going to come tell you, hey, give me your shirt. Hey, give me some matnas kahuna, there's no question that you're not going to say no. I never said that halacha, so you acted right. Furthermore, Shamei Bal Korchem Mizakeh. And furthermore, what's more is Rava was very inappropriate, because when I said that you could do this, that the Kohen has a right to do this, he could be mizakeh to somebody who's in need. Rava wasn't in need. He just wanted to show his chibur of kahuna, maybe we'll say it like that. Yeah, so he wanted this good lashon bechardal. Yeah, but he wasn't in need of this steak.
Yeah, I was hungry.
No,
Everyone defines.
No, he wasn't
different.
poor.
He really liked Tom.
Oh, he was being most in efforts.
Yeah.
So says Rav Safra, okay, I accept that, but at the end of the day, they showed up by my door. They came to me in the chalam. Why'd they come to me in the chalam? So says Rav Yosef, Klape Rava. They were telling you to go tell Rava that he acted inappropriately. So says Rav Safra, why are you getting me involved? Velikrin LaRava. Why didn't they just come to Rava straight away and show it to him in the dream? Says Rav Yosef, Rava Nazuf Have. Rava was a Nazuf, and they weren't coming to him in dreams anymore. Why was he a Nazuf? So Rashi brings two pshatim.
What's Nazif?
Nazuf, Shemaim stopped speaking to him directly, stopped sending him messages. Yeah, he was put aside. Yeah, no more direct.
Because of something that happened.
At his life.
Because of something that happened in Masechus
Because of something that happened. What happened?
In Tanis.
Well, wow, yeah, what a Talmid Chacham we have here. One of two things. Either because of this Maisa, which seems to be the real pshat. That's what Rashi says here. Taisa seems to agree with him. Rashi brings another pshat that there was a Maisa in Tainus. That somebody came to the Bezdin of Rava, and Rava was mechayev, and this is a fascinating Maisa. Rava was mechayev in malkos, lashes, and they gave him lashes, and the guy died. The guy died in Rava's Bezdin. And Shavur Malka, who was the boss over there, he heard this, and he was very, very upset, and he wanted to punish Rava. What are you going around killing people? You can't just go stop killing people. You're Torah. So the mother of Shavur Malka heard that her son wanted to mess around with Rava, and he says, listen, don't mess with the Jews, because these Jews, they've got connections. They've got real connections, and I'll prove it to you. So the mother of Shavur Malka goes to Rava and says, listen, it was in the middle of the summer, it was August time, it was Tammuz time, and he says, listen, I want you to daven for some rain. So Rava says, okay, listen, the mother of Shavur Malka says daven for rain. I'm not going to mess around with the kings over here. Davens for rain, and sure enough, boom, rain comes smack in the middle of the summer. So Shemaim was very, very upset at Rava. What are you being matriach me, Hashem? I have to do what you tell me because you're a tzaddik, and tzaddik Geyser, Hashem Mekayim, got very upset. So because of that, Maisa, Rava was very
What would he do?
Huh?
What would he do?
What would he do? Get out of it another way. He was a very smart guy. I don't know. But you can't be matriach Shemaim just because of your problems. You know what I mean? Anyway, Taisus doesn't like that shot because over here it was Rava's Bezdin, and Rava only received the Bezdin after Rav Yosef and then Abaye moved on. And over here it's Rav Yosef saying that he was Nazif, so the Maisa seemed to have happened before that Maisa. Yeah, so that's why Rashi rejects that shot.
The story carries on that Rava's father appeared to him in a dream.
Yeah.
And told him not to sleep in his bed.
Right.
And,
He switched beds.
Yeah, he switched beds.
The next morning, he found in the first bed
A snake.
no knives. all bunch of knives because the Malachi Chavala wanted to come hurt Rava. So, okay, it's all about who you know.
It's a bit like the builder. The Rebbe died, and the second son said that he had a dream that he should take over the Rebistza.
Right.
And his older brother said, well, if I would have had the dream,
Mele.
but you have the dream, I should give up the Rebistza, that doesn't work.
So he answered him, well, you're Nazov. Okay, anyway. Amalei of Dime. Upashte the Krab and Mike Siv. Well, what's the original pshat of this pasuk without any big interpretations? Yeah, we had a pasuk. Where's the pasuk? Made beged b'yom kara chometz al neser v'shashim aleva. Upashte the Krab and Mike Siv. What's the pasuk pshat? The pasuk Amalei b'sheini letamid sheino hagun. It's giving over Torah to a talmid that's not worthy, that's not right. Damar of Yehuda Marav. Yeah, so either you're sending the Talmud to Ganem, or you yourself, the Talmud Chacham, is going to Ganem. It's Machlekes how you learn it. You'll be eaten by fire that doesn't need nipuach. Who will that be? Yera sarid ba'ahalo. If you leave over a sarid in your ohel. A bad sarid in your oil. Vein sarid el tamid chacham shenemar v'shvidim asher Hashem kaireh. Amar Zera Marav kol hashayna letamid shein hagen kezarek even lemarkulis. It's even worse. It's like your mom is doing avodah zarah. Because just like you're throwing the even, this I saw pshat. Just like you're throwing the even to be mezalzel in this avodah zarah in this place, that's really how you're serving it. So too, a person that's teaching Torah to somebody that's not hagun, you have good intentions. You want to teach Torah, but you're doing it in an inappropriate fashion. You're doing it to somebody that's going to ruin it. That's going to take this Torah and mamish ruin it. So you take this rock, you want to throw it to the markulis, and you want to be mezalzel in this avodah zarah, but really that's how you're serving it here too. You want to be mechabed Torah, but you're doing it in an inappropriate fashion. You're giving it over to someone that's going to take this Torah and ruin it.
What does it mean? Should we switch off the internet? You have no idea who's listening to this. Looking down this room, we can save Noam. But
Maybe.
Well,
people listening at the other end.
okay.
What does it mean in a Hogan? What does it mean in a Hogan? Because it seems that somebody's going to use it
And therefore,
in an incorrect way.
Right.
Somebody who maybe he wants to get better. Is that different? Or?
Yeah, I don't know what's the status of
No,
Shane.
of course, if somebody has the right intention, he's trying. Even if he's on a low level, he's going this way.
Stick to his Rebbe.
It's
What
bringing too
about
much
say that you shouldn't
Stick with Eli.
Torah, you shouldn't teach Torah to a
every
heathen.
library.
That's a
Yeah,
similar idea.
same thing. That's right, same thing. Shenemar, Kitzror, Evan, B'margama, Ken, Noisen, like Sil Kavod. There's another Agos V'tziyunim here on the side, adds in another whole Ha'ara. Vein Kavod El Torah, Shenemar, Kvar Chal Min Chalu, Tmim Min Chalu Toiv. Amar Rab Chama, we'll just finish it off because it's very important also. Amar Rab Chama, Bar Chanina, Kala Oise Toiva, I'm in the Agos V'tziyunim here. Kala Oise Toiva li mi she'eno yoida. Kilu Zarek Evan Lamarkulish, Shenemar, Kitzror, Evan, he quotes the pasuk. You can't do taivas to somebody that doesn't know how to appreciate it either. Yeah? Okay. Next. V'amishtatef imahem tzarich lirsham. We learned in the Mishnah that if you're mishtatef with a kayan, yeah, or with a way to get out of giving the matanas, is if you do a shituf with the kayan or the oved avodah zarah. But you need to make a little rishima. You need to make a mark so people know that you're not just skirting out of giving the Zerah L'chaim Keva, but rather you're potter from it. It says the Gemara, "V'afilu im ovid kochavim, afilu im ovid kochavim, you have to do a rishima uraminu." We have a brayso, "Amishtatef im kohen tzarich l'yashayim, v'amishtatef im ovid kochavim psulam midoshim ein tzarich l'yashayim." So here the brayso says very clearly that if you're mishtatef with the guy, you don't have to do a rishima. So what's that? Achim ma'askinan, it's a stira. Achim ma'askinan, the yasif ovid kochavim amas chasa. No. When don't you have to do a rishima? That's when the Ovid Kochavim is sitting on the doorstep and everybody sees that you are partners with this Ovid Kochavim. So when people see your partners with the Ovid Kochavim, so they know that's why you're partner from the Zerah L'chaim Keva, and that's why you're not giving it. Says the Gemara, I understand. The Brisa said, if you do it with the Kayan, you have to do a Rishima, and with the Ovid Kochavim, you don't have to do a Rishima. And seemingly, it's talking about the same scenario. So if you're going to tell me the Ovid Kochavim was sitting on the doorstep of the business, so too, the Kavase Gabe Kayan, the Asava Maschasa. So everyone's going to see that the Kayan is there, and that you're pater from the Matanas. Says Gemara, no, Dami Bisr Kazavin. When the Kayan is there, people are going to say, oh, because the Kayan is here, he's coming to buy the Matnas Kun. He's coming to buy meat. He's coming to buy meat, and that's why people won't know that you're pater. Says the Gemara, so people say the Avi Kochavim is also coming to buy some meat. They won't know that he's a partner. Now, here we're talking about a case where the guy is sitting on the safe. He's sitting on the cash register. You put the guy by the cash register. He's collecting the money. Everyone's going to know he's a partner. Says the Gemara, okay, the Kavase Gabe Kayan. So then the Kayan also, the case is he's sitting by the cash register, and then everyone knows he's a partner. So why do you have to do a Rishima on this meat? Amri Hamuna Hemne. No, people say, no, the Kayan, he doesn't necessarily have to be a partner, but you're going to trust a fellow Yid. If he's a Kayan, he's sitting by the cash register, it's not muchach that he's a partner. Could be you just trust him. And that's why. The guy also, we're going to say you trust him. Everybody sees where this is going. Yeah? Says the Gemara, he's a heathen, right? Says the Gemara, no, a guy by the cash register, Rabbi Sai, if you own a business, this is Eitz Tova from the Gemara. An Ovid Kochavim by the cash register, never trust. Even if you're a partner. Yeah, well, not if he's your partner.
No,
not if he's your partner.
that proves that he's a partner.
Exactly, that proves he's a partner. Exactly. Ibai Yisema, another answer, go back on everything. Stam Ovid Kochavim mifapai. A guy, when he's a partner, everybody knows it. He goes off telling the world, hey, listen, I got stock in this company. Hey, why don't you sell this meat for this amount? Hey, why don't you fix up the scales a little bit like this?
So what's mitfa pai? What are the words?
Mitfa pai, he yells. He yells at screens.
It's the other way around.
Very
He says,
loud.
I'm in partnership with this Jew, this clever Jew, whatever. Maybe that's the...
Yeah, but he wouldn't lie, right? He's not going to lie because people will find him out. So he makes it very clear that he's a partner. As opposed to a Kayan, doesn't make it clear he's a partner. A Kayan, he's quiet. He's a partner. B'shekel, us Jews are silent partners.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, time and again we've proven the opposite.
Well, listen. Okay. Now, we also said in that brisa, after we said Kohanim ein tzarich lirshom, we also said Psulei HaMukdashim ein tzarich lirshom. Amar, Psulei HaMukdashim ein tzarich lirshom. Alma mucha milsa. Why don't you have to do a Rishima? Seemingly because it's muchach that this is Psulei HaMukdashim, that's pater from Zohar L'chaim and Keva. Let's remember what Psulei HaMukdashim are. It was something that was kadosh, and then it got a mum, so the Kohen sold it off to a Yisrael, because now it's no longer royal in Mizbeach, so he sold it off to a Yisrael. Nevertheless, it's not chayiv in Zohar L'chaim and Keva. Yeah, but we still said, Ein Tzarich Lirsham. Why? Amma Mucha Milsa, that it's Psulei HaMukdashim. We learned Psulei HaMukdashim Nimkarim Be'itliz. They're sold in the shuk. They're sold regularly in the shuk like any other piece of meat. V'nishchatim Be'itliz, and they get shafted like any other piece of meat. V'nishkalim Be'litra, and you can even weigh them to sell them. Meaning, seemingly, there's no specific
stock.
Rishima. It's regular stock. So Tirgum Ravada Barava Kamedra Papa Ba'oisan Hanim Karim B'Soich Habayis. That we said doesn't need a Rishima. Our brisa that says they don't need a Rishima. There are two specific Psulei HaMukdashim that get sold in the house, namely Bechor and Meiser. Bechor and Meiser are two Psulei HaMukdashim that the money from the Bechor and Meiser go to the Kohanim or to the Bailim. When they go to the Kohanim and the Bailim, so Mamela, we're afraid they're going to be mezalzel in Psulei HaMukdashim in general. So Chazal instituted that you cannot sell it in the shuk. You have to sell it in the house as a heker, a siman. These still have their kedusha status to them. Masha'enken, all other Psulei HaMukdashim, all other kachim that had a psul in them, the money of the Psulei HaMukdashim go to hekdesh. They go to the Bedek Habayis. They go to Bedek Habayis. And we don't want Bedek Habayis to lose out money, so the best way to make money is to sell it in the shuk. When you sell private, you sell for less. So we don't want that, so you want to sell it for as much as possible. Fine. Right. Amar Rav Huna. Rav Huna says now a very, very fascinating thing. Shutaf b'roish, pater min alachi. We spoke until now when you had two shutfim in the whole animal. And we said a way to get out of giving matnas kahuna is when you're a shutaf in the whole animal with the kayan, so you don't have to give all matnas kahuna. Says Rav Huna the following statement. What if you give the kayan just in one part of the animal, just in the head? Yeah? Or just in the keva? Are you chayiv to give the other matanos or not? What would you say? Do all the matanos come as one? Or are they three separate matanos? Zra, l'chaim, keva. That's the question. Okay. Only in the fact that it's both chatzi, right? Amar Rav Huna. Shutaf b'roish, pater min alachi. You're pater only from the lachi. Shutaf b'yad, pater min Israel. Shutaf b'bnei ma'ayim, pater min akeva. So Rav Huna says it all goes one at a time. V'chir barav amar. Afilu shutaf be'echad mehen pater mikulan. Even if you're shutaf just in one of the three matanos, you're still chayav in all the rest. Beisvei, we ask on Chir Barav, Haroish sheli v'kula shelcha. Says the Kayan to the Israel, I keep the head and I'm selling you the rest. Yeah? V'afilu echad mimea b'roish pater. Even if I keep just 1/100th of the roish, meaning we're shutfim in the roish, and I'm going to hold 1/100th and you get the rest, pater. Or if he said, sheli v'kula shelcha v'afilu echad mimea b'yad, pater. Mimea sheli v'kula shelcha v'afilu echad mimea ben, pater. My love, pater min alechi v'chai b'kulan, pater min hazroya v'chai b'kulan, pater min akeva v'chai b'kulan. From the fact that the Brisa brought all three different matanos and said pater in each one, seemingly that means I'm pater from that one and chayv and all the rest, like Rav Huna. Says Chir Barav, no, pater mikulan. It means pater mikulan. Ask the Gemara, no, that doesn't make sense. If that's the case, we're listening pater mikulan. It should say pater mikulan. Ve'oid Tanya, and what's more, we have a brayso that says mefurash. Harosh sheli v'kula shelcha v'filechem mea b'rosh pater min halechi v'chayv b'kulan. So that is Yufta, the Chir Barav to Yufta. So we have a very clear halacha in our Gemara. Comes out if you're shutaf in one of the matanas, you're pater just from that matana, but you're chayiv in the rest of the
other two.
Yes.
Even though at the beginning, on Rav Huna, it says you're chayiv on the next one, not the previous one.
What does that mean?
In other words, he says shutaf b'me'ayim pater min hakeva.
Right, and you're chayiv in the other two.
Well, no, it just says hakeva.
Correct. You're pater from the keva, but you're chayiv in the other two. That's exactly what Rav Huna is saying. Shutaf b'roish, pater min alechi. If you're shutaf in the lechi, you're pater from the lechi, you're chayiv in the other two. Shutaf b'zoya, you're chayiv in the other two. Okay? Amar Rav Chizda. Why did Chir Barav make this mistake? Where did this mistake come from? That he felt if you're shutaf in one, you're pater from all three. Amar Rav Chizda, Hamat Nisa Atisei La Chir Barav. Tanya, there's a brayso. Esrim ve'arba matnas kulan. There are 24 matnas kuna, and we're going to list all 24 of them. Ve'kulam nisnu la'aron u'levana b'chlal u'prat. All of them are learned from a klal u'prat. Rashi in Baba Kama says it's really learned from a klal u'prat u'klal. And yeah, that's what it is, klal u'prat u'klal. U'bris melach. Okay? All of them are given a klal u'prat u'bris melach. Call them mekaimam, whoever is mekayim, these matnas kuna, meaning gives them, kilu kiyim, klal patu klal. It's as if you're mekayim all the Torah, which was given in klal patu klal, ubris melach, and you're mekayim bris melach, meaning all the korbanos that are given, which the bris melach is that you have to put melach on the korbanos. We call it over alayin, and if you're mezalzel in the matnas kuna and you don't give them, kilu over al klal patu klal, ubris melach. Ve'elu hen, one of the 24 matnas kuna. Eser b'migdash, 10 matnas kuna are given in the Migdash. Arba b'Yushalayim, there are 4 in Yerushalayim. Ve'eser b'Gvulin. And there are 10 matnas kuna that could be eaten even out of Yerushalayim. Eser b'Migdash, what are they? Chatas oif, Asham vadai. There are 5 Ashamos, vadas, that you have to give. Asham taloi, Zivchei shamei tzibor, are the 2 kvasim that you give on Shavuos. Ve'loig shemen shamatzora, the leftover shemen that the Matzara has after you pour it on his Bayan Yad and Bayan Regel and on his head. The rest of it goes to the Kohanim. V'shtei lechem, the 2 lechem that you bring after Yom Tov Rishon of Pesach. The lechem aponim in the Beis Hamikdash. The shiyare minachos, the leftover, any leftover milachos after the kmitza. Uminchas ha'omer, that's Shavuos. Uminchas ha'omer on Shavuos. All these are the 10 that have to be eaten in the Mikdash. The Arba b'Yushalayim. What are the 4 in Yerushalayim? The 4 in Yerushalayim are the Bechoira and the Bikurim and Hamura min HaToida, which is the Chazan and Shaik and the Lechamim, all go to the Kohanim. Umura min HaToida Ume'el Nazir. Now, I'm giving you a little hint over here. Pay attention that if you're counting, this is counted as 1. The Mura min HaToida Ume'el Nazir is counted as 1 because they're Kachim Kalim, so they're counted as 1 matana. The Iros Kachim. And the skin of Kachim also all so those are the 4. And then the 10 matanos that the Kohen can eat in the Gvulim, even out of Yerushalayim, are Truma, Trumas Meiser, Chala, Reishis Hagez. Now pay attention. Umatanos, the matanos, all listed as 1 together. Zerah L'chaim and Keva, just said as matanos, and this was where his mistake originated from. Upidin aben, upidin peter chamor, stei achuza, stei charamim, somebody that's makdish a sadeh and says b'lashon cherem, ve'gezel hager, somebody that steals from a ger and then he swears he didn't, and the ger dies, and he has to pay back, so that money goes to the Kohanim. So,
Can I just ask you? I thought that the skin goes to the Kohanim, but once they own it, they can take it out of Yerushalayim. They can. It's not limited to being in Yerushalayim. Here we're saying these are one of the 4 that can only be used in Yerushalayim.
Only in Yerushalayim. Oros Kachim.
It loses its kedusha.
Limited, very limited. Maybe they can make it and sell it. Maybe they can eat some. Yeah. Sell the stuff here.
How do you know it has to be in Yerushalayim?
That's a good question. Because it's our budget should be Yerushalayim.
Maybe they have a chiyuv in Yerushalayim, but once you've got it, you can do whatever you want.
But to be given over to them in Yerushalayim, well, maybe that's it. You can give it over
give it over to them in the Beis Hamikdash. They skin the animal in the Beis Hamikdash, and the Kohen takes it there and then. That's his reward for doing the work.
Don't know.
They'll have to take it out
after they get it.
Yeah. So why is it counted as?
Why is it not
given?
That's what you have to do.
He's giving it in the Beis
Hamikdash.
Yeah.
But it should be one of the 10.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be maybe given in the Beis Hamikdash. He thought that because matanos, it says matanos as 1, so all 3 of them are considered 1, and that's why if you're a shutaf in 1, so you're pater from all 3. But it's wrong. It's not 1, right? The Taida and the El Nazir. Since they're similar to each other, the El Taida and the El Nazir, since they're similar to each other, how are they similar? Because they're Kachim Kalim, so they're brought down as 1. So too, the Matanas are listed as 1. But still, if you are Shutaf in 1, you still chayiv in the others. Fine. One more short din. Ibailu. What if we grow basa the robe of the animal? It says the robe of the animal is owned by the Kohen, so they saw his pater from giving the Zroya? Or no, since he still owns the Zroya, he's chayav to give the Zroya. Do we break it up like that as well? Tashma. Oivet kachavim v'kohen. Shemasu tzoynav le'Yisrael ligza is pater. They give over their tzon and they pay the shaliach to be goyz as the tzon. He's pater for Rishis against because it's owned by the Kohen of the Oivet kachavim. That's pasha. But halokeh, what about the next case? Halokeh gez tzoynav shaloivet kachavim. What if I bought the giza of the tzon, the wool of the tzon from the guy?
It was owned by the guy.
It was owned by the guy, but now I'm buying the wool and I'm shearing it.
After.
No, but I'm buying it when it's still on.
Oh, you buy what's still on.
I'm buying when it's still on and I'm going to shear it now.
You're buying a future.
I'm buying a future, right? No, it's there.
No, it's there.
It's there.
Oh, it's there. No, but it hasn't grown fully yet. You're waiting for it.
It's grown fully. Grown fully.
Okay.
I'd like to buy that wool. Now I bought the wool, so I want to shear it.
Right.
So I have to give the ratios against the guy.
You don't own the animal.
I don't own the animal, but I own the giza. That's exactly the point. I don't own the main part, but I own the side. Similar to our case. I don't own the main animal, I own the head. So, says the Alokeh, guess Tzayna Shalom, Pater Mireshis Agez. And then your partner for Rishis Agaz, you don't have to give because you don't own the actual animal, only the Rishis Agaz. And here's the punchline: and this you see as a chumrah by Zor L'chaim and Keva, meaning that Zor L'chaim and Keva, even though you don't own the main animal, only the head, you would still be chayiv to give that zroa, as opposed to Rishis Agaz. So when it comes to the matanos, you're chayiv in that one. When it comes to Rishis Agaz,
if you buy the Zor L'chaim and Keva, you have to give it. If you buy it from the other
Buy it before
Correct.
shefted.
Correct. Then you'd have to give it.
Thank you.
If you buy it,
Whoever wants to get a subscribe to the YouTube channel at 2:30.